All right, so yes, a lot of stuff to go over today, including some brand new updates from Capcom about the future of Dragon's Dogma 2. We're going to talk about some warnings. You've been told that it's okay to sell this particular item. I'm telling you what, you're going to want to hold on to it. There's a big reason for it. I'll explain in a moment. And yes, a GameStop employee goes off on a poor customer who's just trying to buy Dragon's Dogma 2, and he goes off about morality and MTX shops and that sort of thing. Yeah, we're going to talk about that as well, and how your pawns can earn you 200,000 gold per hour. I kid you not. And yes, your top comment. So yeah, let's dive to this right now. So yeah, I wanted to start out with some very, very good news about Dragon's Dogma 2. This bodes well for the future of the franchise as a whole. Check it out right here. Right now, we're sitting at 140,000 concurrent players on Steam alone. That is super impressive. I personally want to see this franchise keep going. I want to see a potential expansion for this game. That has not been confirmed, by the way. But yes, I do want to see a Dragon's Dogma 3. I love this franchise. I'm so happy to see that's kicking off like this. Also, yes, Dragon's Dogma 2, if you've probably already heard, is getting some updates. But check it out right here. Yes, those updates are currently being tested, it seems, through the QA branches for Dragon's Dogma 2. So yeah, it looks like work is underway to try to get this update rolling out as fast as possible. But yeah, here's what Capcom also had to say about this officially. They go on to say, to all Dragon's Dogma 2 players, we're planning to release patches including the following updates and fixes in the near future, and we'll release them as soon as they are ready for distribution on each platform. Thank you for your patience and support. And they go on to highlight this right here, that they are going to be adding the option to start a new game when save data already exists, changing the number of Art of Metamorphosis items available at the pawn guilds in the game to 99. Also, they're going to be making that quest to allow players to get their own dwelling much easier. It's going to be at the earlier state of the game, and miscellaneous text display fixes and a bunch of miscellaneous bug fixes. That's coming to all platforms. Now, we have specifics here for updates for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, which I think a lot of you will be curious about. Adding the option to switch motion blur on and off in options, adding the option to switch ray tracing on and off in options. This should really help, by the way, I hope, with pushing that frame rate upwards. I'm really hoping we can at least get to, the 40 frames per second range by just shutting off ray tracing. We'll see. Really looking forward to seeing what Digital Foundry says about that after the update drops, but I'll also keep you guys in the know as to what happens with that. And then we have this one right here, adding the option to set frame rate to either variable or max 30 frames per second in options. Now, these options will not affect the frame rate significantly. Frame rate improvements are planned for future updates. So there, they did make that comment right there. So that's good to know. Now, updates for Steam specifically, improving quality when DLSS super resolution is enabled, fixing an issue where models appear low quality under some specific settings. And there are some noteworthy comments here. It says, great stuff, but I hope performance is also getting heavily worked on. Aside from that, I love the game so far. But most notably, it says, hopefully you can make it playable on Steam Deck too. I feel like now developers really need to pay attention to what's happening with Steam Deck. It seems like more and more people are really adopting playing their PC games on Steam Deck. Let me know if you are one of those gamers who really enjoys just sitting on the couch or what have you and enjoying a game on Steam Deck. But it's cool to see that that's actually becoming more and more of a thing. Now, we also have this right here. A GameStop employee goes off on a total rant on someone that's just, trying to mind their business and buy Dragon's Dogma 2. Check it out right here. It goes on to say this. GameStop employee started ranting when I went to buy the game. LOL. This one comes from Invisible Insomnia. So it says, I was in a rush, so I quickly went into GameStop to purchase it. When I went to the counter, and the employee just started ranting on about microtransactions and how gamers should finally take a stand and boycott it. Mate, please, just give me my game so I can go kill things, please. Needless to say, I'm really enjoying myself so far with it, but it was certainly an awkward experience. Is it just me, or are people taking this way, way too far? Just that people enjoy the game. Damn. Also, we have this right here. Check it out. Great reply. He says, am I the only one who wouldn't even have known there were microtransactions if people weren't complaining about it? Just enjoy the game. It's awesome. And I'm not sitting here defending the MTX shop. I would prefer if this wasn't even a discussion and there was no MTX shop. I'm just saying, chill. There are way worse things in this life to get upset about because I don't even notice. I'm having a ton of fun with this one. And yeah, it's just like, it's not even there in my mind whatsoever when I'm playing the game. I don't feel any reason why this game would be pushing me into the MTX shop. If that was the case, I would definitely be sitting here complaining. Now, we're going to talk about some items in your inventory that you've been told are, hey, cool, go out and sell them to whatever vendor, make your gold. You're going to want to stop doing that. Check this out right here. It says this: gems are not just for selling. This one comes from Remember the Clowns 2016. He says, everything I read said they had no purpose other than selling to merchants and selling for more based on location. So I had always sold all I found. Wanted to upgrade some mage gear I bought on the volcanic island, went to the elf town so I could get the magic bonuses, and multiple pieces required onyx and tiger's eye to enhance. Just calling it out in case anyone wants to do the same and, like me, wouldn't want to go hunt down more gems. Now, we also have this reply. This is really, really important. As with the first game, the best play is to never sell anything ever. You never know what it's going to be needed for. That's what I recommend. A lot of these items can be extremely important, and just holding off and holding them can actually be super beneficial later down the road. And yes, there is a way to get your pawns to bring in some serious gold. Check this out right here. It goes on to say this: Dragon's Dogma 2 entrepreneurs are already gaming the RPG's economy by exploiting their pawns to earn 200,000 gold about every 2 hours. And it leads us to this Reddit post right here. PSA: set your pawn quest reward for 10,000 gold. Now, number 1, set your pawn quest to killing a monster. This can be an orc, cyclops, chimera, whatever you want. Number 2, set your quest reward to 10,000 gold. This will cost you 10,000 gold, so that's a warning. But multiple people can hire your pawn for the reward without you having to pay multiple times. Now, number 3, go to the Riftstone and search for the pawns you want. Make sure they both have a quest reward for 10,000 gold. Go kill whatever monsters the pawns you hired need and get 20,000 gold from them. And then you can rinse and repeat steps 3 and 4 as many times as you need it. And it says the more people that do this, the more successful the system becomes, of course. And yeah, that's how you can really start earning that bank. If you're kind of struggling with gold, you can easily do this. I don't know if they're going to start capping this sort of thing, where they limit how much gold you can actually set for rewards. That might be a thing. I'll keep you guys updated about this as well. But someone also found out that those catapults that you see around the trebuchets can actually be utilized to open up areas in the map. This is very cool. Check it out. It says this: I found out you can use catapults to unlock new parts on the map in Dragon's Dogma 2. And he posts this little clip here where he grabs the rock and he loads up the trebuchet, and boom, as you can see, he unlocks a new area on the map. So yeah, they're not just there for eye candy. You can actually utilize these in very, very cool ways. And there's some interesting comparisons to Dragon's Dogma 2 to Elden Ring, but there is a key feature that Elden Ring has that Dragon's Dogma 2 is currently missing, and a lot of players are talking about it, and it does deal with traversal. So check this out right here. First and foremost, I am so happy people are embracing the limited fast travel. It says Dragon's Dogma 2 has next to no fast travel, and that rules, actually. And I have to say, some of these RPGs start in this like vicious cycle of where you're just fast traveling all the time. You start questioning the point of the open world itself. And it's nice to see that this game takes a fresh approach to that. But when it comes to traversal, do you guys want to see horses? That's one of the main features, of course, of Elden Ring, of a lot of open world RPGs. And there's a big discussion within the community right now is, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we did have horses? And then some people are like saying, no, we don't want horses. Now, we do have some official comments here from the game director from Dragon's Dogma 2 about that. And he's basically saying that the world is too fun currently to need horses. And it seems like in their previous statements, this is not something that they are interested in doing, adding mounts. So do you guys agree with that? Do you think it would be best that they stick to the current formula and make it like this more, I always call it that Lord of the Rings sprawling adventure by foot, or do you want them to add some mount options? Like, even Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has the chocobos, which you can hop on and ride around on. I'm really, really torn about this. In some ways, I get where people are coming from, but in other ways, it kind of breaks the actual gameplay because this game is about your group getting exhausted by nighttime and trying to figure out where the next campfire is. And I think it would actually break that immersion of that particular gameplay loop they've developed. And that's what makes Dragon's Dogma 2, in my opinion, so special. So they have to be very careful about this sort of thing. All right, I think you guys know what time it is. It is time for your top comment. So let's get into this from my previous Dragon's Dogma 2 video. So let's see what you guys had to say right now. So we have Edison Brown who says, I'm sorry for everyone who's not enjoying this game, but I'm on PS5 and I am loving every minute of it. And I've seen so many people saying this, which is wonderful to see because I feel like some of the hate on this game, yes, some of it is valid, don't get me wrong, but some of it at the same time is just too intense, too overblown, and you shouldn't feel judged just for enjoying this game. I find it just absurd. Now, also, we have this right here from Kat, who says, it's so weird because all I've been experiencing is FPS drops when I enter the city. No crashes or any other issues. And I think that's on every platform. But yeah, for me personally, very minimal crashes. I don't think I've had one crash, actually. I'm on PC, by the way. Now, we have Gracie, who says, I'm playing on Series X because I heard about the PC issues. In my opinion, it's amazing. I finally had a crash. But that's on me for using my console for 10 hours straight. Yeah, people are clearly having long play sessions with this game, which means they're enjoying the hell out of it. And I think it is because of how they have done the vocations and how you discover things in the game. I think it's just expertly set up in that regard. There's just such a sense of exploration with this one compared to some other games that have released more recently, where it's more like hand holding. I think people really love to be able to like mentally figure things out, and explore. So that's why I'm enjoying the game still. But let me know how you guys are enjoying it. But thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for more Dragon's Dogma 2 and open world gaming goodness. I have you guys covered, and I will see you all next time. Take care.